Hi guys, welcome back to the Sports Corner channel, and today we will be ranking every driver on the Formula 1 grid from worst to best. Now, a quick disclaimer, this ranking is based off the driver's current ability as of now, not their career as a whole. Before we get into it guys, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the Sports Corner channel, it will be greatly appreciated. Now let's get into the video. In at the unfortunate last place is Williams driver Nicholas Latifi. Now, Latifi is not a paid driver anymore after Williams announced they no longer needed the funding they were getting from Latifi. However, we have placed the Canadian as the worst driver on the grid. Latifi has had 46 Formula 1 starts to date and only 2 point finishes. Despite the poor car that Williams have provided over these past few years, his teammates have consistently bettered him. The big one for us, however, is the fact that he has had 8 retirements out of 46 races. That means that 17.4% of races Latifi fails to finish. In at number 19 is rookie driver Zhou Guanyu. We have given Zhou the edge over Latifi in our rankings. The rookie driver is only in his first year of Formula 1 and has managed to get a point finish in Bahrain, the first race of the season. Despite consistently being destroyed by teammate Valtteri Bottas this season, he did impress with his third place finish in the 2021 Formula 2 season. In our 18th spot is Lance Stroll. Now, we do think Lance Stroll is a better driver than what most fans think. However, the depth in talent is so deep that we can only place him in number 18. A Formula 3 champion and a 3-time podium finisher in Formula 1, it was a toss-up between Lance and our number 17 pick. However, we believe that despite Stroll's good performances in the past, he has reached his level in Formula 1. And unless his dad decides to purchase a top team, we can't see Lance ever challenging the top drivers. Mick Schumacher is our 17th place pick. Now, the 2020 Formula 2 champion hasn't been smooth sailing yet for Mick since moving to Formula 1. With Haas, he has never had the opportunity to show his talent until this season. Clinching his first Q3 spot this year, Mick is yet to score a point in Formula 1. However, that should be able to change this season. Our number 16 is Yuki Tsunoda. Now, Yuki Tsunoda has had a brilliant start to this season, outscoring teammate Pierre Gasly. However, we do have him in 16th place. Tsunoda is a great driver. However, given the quality of the other drivers on this list, we just couldn't place him any higher than 16th. Number 15 is Daniel Ricciardo. Yep. Danny Ric is our 15th best Formula 1 driver at the moment. Daniel has had a fantastic career with 8 wins and 32 podium placed finishes. However, this list is based on right now and he is just not performing. Currently 11th in the drivers' standings, Daniel is absolutely higher than some of the other drivers on this list. But right now, at this moment, we can't put him any higher than 15th. Zak Brown himself has come out and said his performances haven't been good enough. It's troubling times for everyone's favourite Australian. Now, between 14th, 13th and 12th place, we really struggled to set these 3 drivers apart. However, in 14th, we've gone for Kevin Magnussen. K-Mag has had a brilliant return to Formula 1 this season with a last-minute move to Haas. However, despite other factors coming into play, when he left Haas after the 2019 season, his form had declined and that's why he's in 14th place. Now, this might be an unpopular opinion, but Alex Albon is our 13th placed best driver on this year's grid. Performing very well this season with possibly the worst car on the grid, Alex has had a brilliant comeback into Formula 1. Alex is such a smooth driver, however, possibly not aggressive enough to challenge those top guys. At number 12 is Esteban Ocon. Another driver who has left Formula 1 only to come back stronger. Since moving to Alpine, Ocon has been rejuvenated and has been a fantastic driver. Currently sitting in 9th this season in the standings, he has had a much better start than his 2-time world champion Fernando Alonso. Just missing out in the top 10 then is Pierre Gasly. Now, this shows how deep the talent pool really is in Formula 1 this season. Despite Pierre's slightly underwhelming start to the 2022 season, his talent and skill as a driver is still unquestioned. Another driver on this list who has already had his big shot at a bigger team, in this case Red Bull. I don't think it'll be long until Gasly goes to a team who can really challenge. Just before we get into the top 10, guys, if you could consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel, that would be a massive help. Thank you very, very much. Okay, into the top 10 now, and we have gone for four-time world champion Sebastian Vettel. Now at Aston Martin, the former Red Bull man hasn't got the car to challenge at the top anymore. This has called into question Sev's motivation at this stage in his career. Are retirement bells ringing for the German? We have another former world champion at number 9 in the name of Fernando Alonso. The Alpine man has had an unlucky start to the 2022 season, but in glimpses he has looked a brilliant driver. Not quite the world champion of old, but Alonso seems as motivated as ever. Ferrari man Carlos Sainz is our 8th best driver, possibly a controversial pick, but we do think Carlos is a brilliant and smooth driver. He has been off the pace of Charles Leclerc this season. Sainz is yet to win in Formula 1, and his patchy form has helped Red Bull take the lead in the standings as of to date. Lando Norris is our number 7 pick. Now, Lando is a fantastic driver, seeming like he's been getting the most out of his McLaren this season. Give it another year or two and Lando Norris may be right there at the top of the standings and this list. However, with no race wins yet, this hurts his position in the list, but it is soon to come for the Englishman. In at number 6 is Valtteri Bottas. Bottas this season has consistently proved the driver that Mercedes let go. Driving now for Alfa Romeo, he has been fantastic. He doesn't break our top 5, however, as occasionally his lack of aggression in races let him down at his old team in Mercedes. Our 5th best driver on the Formula 1 grid is George Russell. Absolutely getting the better of his teammate Lewis Hamilton this season, George has proved to Mercedes that he is the man for the future and the next British world champion. Obviously just below Lewis in our ranking, not winning a race just yet, but as soon as Mercedes can finally deliver at the top, his win will come soon after. The 7-time Formula 1 world champion Lewis Hamilton missed out on our podium spots in number 4. One of, if not the greatest of all time, it's clear that Lewis hasn't quite got to grips on the new car this year just yet. However, in places this season, his race pace has been almost unrivaled. When Lewis gets the grid spot, we will see just what he is about. With not much to split our top 3 whatsoever, Sergio Perez is our number 3 man. Having a brilliant past few races, Perez is proving he is the man along with Max Verstappen, who can get Red Bull that all-important Constructors title, which has been out of their reach since 2013. Not much to split Checo and Max this season at all. It seems Sergio Perez has got to his absolute best this season. Charles Leclerc is at number 2. The Ferrari man has shown up this season with 5 pole positions in the last 7 races. Charles is right up there in the fight for the World Championship this season. However, there is still a long way to go, but Charles could very well find himself at the top of this list next season. The best driver on the Formula 1 grid right now is Max Verstappen. The reigning and defending world champion is at the top of the standings after only 7 races. Only 1 pole position, however, but Verstappen and his Red Bull has been unrivaled in race pace this season. The champ is in a great position to make it a 2-time champ this year. There we go, guys. That was our list ranking all current F1 drivers on the grid. Please consider liking the video if you haven't already and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time. Thank you very, very much.